Manual trading or artificial intelligence? Hi, this is Charlie Burton giving you this week's midweek video. It's Tuesday evening as I'm recording this. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the differences between artificial intelligence or semi-automated trading versus or fully automated trading versus manual trading. And so what I'm using here is our system that we've had developed in development this year, and to just give you an idea of, well, should you just be fully using artificial intelligence, or should you just be manual trading? So because I don't believe that it's a one or other answer to that. I think that actually the better way to trade is to use a combination of automation combined with human decision making as well. So we're going to go through that right now. So what I've done, you know that I did a video a few weeks ago just giving you a bit of a highlight of our system, which I believe is going to be launching in September. So what I'm going to do is just run a test. If you remember, I did some tests before, so run this. I'm taking the hourlies off because it just slows down the actually I'll take the 2 hours off as well, because it just slows down the test when I do the test on this. You've got to adjust trading hours. I can so if I did just want to have this on, let's say, hourly charts, I could then say, right, I only want it to trade between 7 a.m. and 6 p.m. So when I say I only want it to trade, I need to give me signals between those hours. So let's put that back on and let's take those two off, because just for the purposes of this exercise. So I don't need to click on patterns or trend, because that's stuff that's going on behind the scenes that you don't need to see on this video. So let's now go to the entry. Entry is going to enter at market. Stop loss, I'm going to have, there's different versions here that I've got from a stop loss perspective, so I'll leave it like that. I can adjust it for round numbers, I can do all sorts. Let's have a look at the take profit. I'm going to have that set to 2 times whatever my stop loss is, and then I need to again, I can adjust that for round numbers. Now I need to have a look at risks. So I'm going to put this, it's set to 1% risk, but I'm going to use this dynamic risk. The dynamic risk is really quite cool. If you saw the video a few weeks ago, what the dynamic risk does is it will risk up to 1%. Let's just change it to 0.99 there if I can get it. There we go. So it will risk up to 1%. But what it will do is it will take such things as expectancy and confidence into and win rate into account when it comes up with a trade. And so if, let's say, the win rate's very low and the confidence is not very high, and what does confidence mean? Confidence is just how many trades have happened in the past for it to draw information on. So let's say, for argument's sake, it giving me a trade, but it's only actually done 3 trades in the past, in the whole entire past on that particular pattern, on that particular time frame and market, then it will downgrade the confidence of that, because it will say, well, actually we've only got 3 in the back test, so yeah, all 3 won, but does it actually mean much? Well, statistically, no. So what the dynamic percentage does is it will take all that sort of stuff into account and say, well, actually there's only been 3 trades like this in the past, so although it had 3 of them have been winners, there's not enough confidence in that because the amount of trades in the back test. So very clever, and so it'll downgrade. So it'll say, actually, we're only going to put half a percent on this particular trade. So it'll make all of that decision making for you. So and it really does smooth out the returns quite nicely, actually. So but don't get me wrong, you make more money with percent at risk, but I'm just playing with this for the purpose of this. So what I've done is I've set this to a 0.2 expectancy. Expectancy is, without going into too much detail, but it talks about it is risk adjusted returns, and actually I'm going to adjust that win rate back down to 40%, because that always gets better trades in there. You don't need high win rates, and send me signals with at least 50% confidence. So we're going to leave that at 50% confidence. So what that is, confidence, like I said, is its confidence in the amount of tests that it's had. And if it's not had enough tests in the engine, then it won't offer you trades. Simple as that. So it won't offer any trades which have got a less than 40% win rate, a less than 0.2%, 0.2 expectancy, and a less than 50% confidence. Then I can go across the test, say, right, okay, I want to test this across the whole lot, and now I'm going to press play. So whilst I'm waiting for this to load, because I've been doing a lot on my computer today, so I suspect it might take 30 seconds, I might just press pause. But anyway, I've gone through this before with you. So the whole point, oh, there we go. It's come up quite quickly. Let me just see what this is saying. Every opportunity in the test is evaluated against past performance with respect to instrument. Oh, this is new. So and so of course, from a regulatory perspective, we have to have these sorts of risk warnings and stuff on there, like you do with brokers and whatnot. There we go. So now it comes up with the performance here. So I can now see that, okay, this particular test gives me a maximum drawdown of 17% and 87% annualized return over the 10 years that it's had, and a really good Sharpe ratio, 46% win rate, etc., etc. Okay, so that's come out as a nice test. I know this because I've done loads of tests on these. It's a nice average test. You can do more. You can do it. You can set it to do a little bit less. And you can also see every single trade that it's done, that it's performed. So every single trade you can see in the back test. But let's say we really like that, and I can say, right, okay, I want to deploy it. So let me just press pause while I deploy it. So I've just taken it to the next page. I'm now going to give it a strategy name. So we'll call it Charlie 1, let's say. Give it a description and say we can call it whatever. So I'll call it 87, 87%. Okay, so now I hit confirm, and now, as you can see, I've deployed the strategy. So now I'm taking it through to the part of the engine which then connects your account. If you've got an MT4, if I've got connected it to an MT4 account, I then connect it to a Telegram account as well, and the Telegram account will then give me. Telegram is like WhatsApp if people don't know, so you just have to download Telegram, and it's widely used just like WhatsApp. And then the messages, the trades will then come through to the Telegram account, and then you can then hit yes or no, and then if you hit yes, then it'll take those trades and plop them straight into your MT4 account. Okay, so you have to have a broker that has MT4, that you've got an MT4 account with, and all you have to do is put in your login details from your MT4 account, and it'll then pick up on those. Anyway, and then it starts giving you signals. So signals will start coming through, and away you go. So this is the point where you say, well, I want it to go fully automated. And you say, well, actually, hold on a bit. Because what we've actually done is we've created an engine here, which is, we've done all this back testing. We're using the artificial intelligence to be able to take those back tests and say, actually, of these 4,700 trades, this is the optimum way to trade it, based on all of those test results. And this is the win rate, this is the and this is the recommended, therefore, trade size. So that's really good. So what it's doing is the artificial intelligence system is doing what you as a manual trader would try to do anyway when you're evaluating trades. But it's taking all of that away from you, that you don't have to do all that back testing and evaluation yourself, because it's got so much data that you possibly can't do all of that in an instant when you've got a trade coming up. So it's going to act there as a supporting platform for you. And then when the trades come through, you still get to decide whether to take the trade or not. Because what I've done is I've done a back test here across a load of time frames, across a load of markets. So what happens if, for example, when the trades start coming through, you get a trade set up on one market, and then the similar position setup comes up on multiple other markets all at the same time. Well, the engine says, and the back testing says, yeah, you take every one. But you as a manual trader might say, well, I won't take every one of those because I'm going to cherry pick this one, and I like this one, and I like this one. And that's where you still get to add your skills as a trader to be able to say, actually, yeah, that's enough on that pattern across those markets. that's enough there. And so I'm not going to take all of those. And so, and the same with like time frames and stuff as well. And that's where the real combinations come through, of taking artificial intelligence combined with a trader getting to still have that final say on whether to take a trade or not. So you've got a huge working engine there here, taking off a load of work out of your lap, so to speak, as a manual trader. But then all you have to then do is assess the trades as they come in and say, right, okay, this is how my portfolio is, this, or my account, and these are the trades I've got currently running. And actually, this is a new signal coming in here. Do I need this one? Oh, actually, I don't. So I won't take this signal, but I will take that signal. And so that, to me, is the real key to utilizing an automated system where it's coupling up with a manual trader at the end of it. And we've got all sorts of other stuff we're going to be launching with this, where you'll be able to follow up, copy other traders within it. So you will be able to, if you really want to go fully auto at some point, and you just want to copy another trader, there'll be like a leaderboard, so to speak. Everyone won't have their full names on it. And if anyone wants to be on that leaderboard, then other people can follow you, I guess. And so, but only if you want to be followed. So you don't have to be. But it's cool stuff anyway. All these other features that will come through there. So for the people that do just want to go fully auto, they can go fully auto, but knowing full well that they're actually following another trader that they quite like what they've done and their performance on here. So all sorts of sexy stuff coming in that regard. But hopefully that's given you a bit of a food for thought in relation to automation and the skills of a manual trader. Just giving you a couple of examples there of how those things can act together and work in synergy together. It's not necessarily you have to be this one or the other. They're a blend together. Hopefully that's given you some food for thought there today. By all means, give us a thumbs up if you liked the video today, and any questions, by all means, pop them in the comments box below. Take care for now.